What's going on, guys? Cookie here from Just Little Podcast, and I figured I haven't put a video out in a while, so why not go and do the video of the Fighting Comic Book Challenge. Let's check it out. Alright, so the Bearded and Cole decided to go and team up again to do another cover challenge, and this one is really awesome because I decided to go and join in on this one. It's a fighting cover challenge. So basically what it is you got to go and pick a comic book out of your collection, 10 comic books that you personally own, and you got to show them off. They have to be your own personal comic books, and they have to rep some form of fighting. So I figured this is a really good opportunity for me to go and put out another comic cover video type of thing. I haven't done one in a while. I did one I think maybe last month, and I want to do around a video or two per month. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to go and support Beard and Cole. I actually had the privilege of meeting Beard in person. We actually went comic book hunting for a little bit, and he's an awesome dude in the comic book community. And Cole has been a great support for the podcast. He's just an awesome dude in the comic book community. I'm in a Discord with him, even though I'm not really existing in there. I haven't been existing for a while, but I do show my love when I get a chance to. And Cole's an awesome dude, and together they make this wonderful combination. So combining them to go together, Beard and Cole, it's the perfect human being. I just love these guys. They're awesome. So I figured, why not go and do this video and show off some books. So here we go. Okay, so in no particular order, I figured I'd start off with some 90s goodness. Now, I am born in the 80s, but product of the 90s. So The Amazing Spider-Man 375 is an absolute epic fighting cover. I had to pull this one out. This is a Mark Bagley. This is a David Michelinie cover and written. It pops. It absolutely pops with the foil background. As a kid, seeing this, your eyes immediately just gravitate to this book, and I was like, I had to put this one inside there. So Amazing Spider-Man 375. So if you know me, you know I love my Star Wars. I am a kid from a galaxy far away, and I absolutely love Star Wars. I mean, Just Little Podcast with a TIE fighter on it. I mean, that's in my blood. It's in my blood. So I had to go and pull out a Star Wars book, and this is an absolute classic. I had to go with the Star Wars issue number 44. Now this dates back to 1981. This is an Archie Goodwin written book, and I think it's illustrated by Al Williamson. Absolute iconic Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker, and this thing just is stunning. When I saw this book, I knew I had to pick it up, and I've been, of course, going through the entire run of volume 1. So this is a beautiful cover. The detail on there is just, it's stunning. So this is definitely a cover I had to go and put in the fighting challenge. Okay, so what better way to solidify fighting and fighting covers than with Kung Fu? This is Kung Fu issue number, I think this is number 16. Yeah, issue number 16. This is from Jim Starlin and Steve Englehart. This is the first appearance of Midnight. This book is just absolutely amazing. This is also another run I wanted to go and complete of the first volume of Kung Fu, done by Jim Starlin. So I want to say, I can't remember how far it goes up, but it's only maybe like 16 or 17 issues. Not a really whole bunch, but I absolutely love this cover. I love Master of Kung Fu. I love Shang-Chi, or Shang-Chi, however you want to go and pronounce it. And I had the opportunity to meet Jim Starlin in person, so this was awesome. I didn't have him sign this book, but I did have him sign other books, so this is really cool to have in my PC. And this is a really cool fighting scene as well. Kung Fu, you can't go wrong with Kung Fu. Next up on the list is Because of the Movie, and I absolutely love this movie. I love the first one more than the second one, but the second one had me in tears, and I'm not going to spoil it because it's still a very fresh new movie. However, I wanted to go and pull out Black Panther issue number 21. This is a Gary Frank cover, I believe, and it's Namor fighting Black Panther. And I love the movie, and I figured I had to go and pull this one out. This thing is just stellar. The amount of detail inside this book is amazing. Great storyline, great book as well. Great movie, so all around great goodness. This is from I think it's like 2001 or 2005. I can't remember, around that era that this is when this book came out. So yeah, had to pick this one up. So this next book is off of my goal list of 2022, and I had to pull out the Neil Adams, Dennis O'Neil, Spider-Man, Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This book is one massive, as you can tell, close to my head. It's just insane. But on top of that, the artwork, the detail, the story, everything about this thing is great. Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Who is going to be the greatest? This is from what, like 1970s, like 1978, like late 1970s, this book came out. There's so many appearances, including Batman on the bottom, but this is just an amazing book. Highly recommend. If you can get this in your PC, get this. The fighting in here is just stellar, and the greatest of all time is in here. So pick this book up. I love this book. I love this cover, and it's an amazing fighting cover. All right, we are moving right along. I don't even know what number we're at, but we're getting down to the lower end of the pile, and I had to pull out one of my all-time favorite comic book characters, none other than Beta Ray Bill versus Thor with Mjolnir in the middle. I am a huge Beta Ray Bill fan, created by Walt Simonson. This is an absolute stellar book. This is issue number 338, the second full appearance of Beta Ray Bill, fighting against Mjolnir, trying to go and hold it on. Why I say fighting against him? Because it's like Mjolnir wants to choose Thor, but at the same time, Beta Ray Bill is worthy enough to hold Mjolnir at the same time. So it's like this epic battle between Mjolnir, between Thor and Beta Ray Bill. And it's like, who's gonna get this dominance of Mjolnir? Who's gonna be able to go and wield Mjolnir? And of course, we all know that it ends up being Thor, and Beta Ray Bill later on goes and gets Stormbreaker. So this is a stellar book. I love this cover. Both of them fighting against each other, and Walt Simonson just kills it out of the park. Moving right along, we get another Marvel comic. This is Wolverine issue number 2 from 1988. Now this is the Silver Samurai versus Wolverine. Absolutely love this cover. Every time I see this cover, I just look at the detail and just stare at it, because Joe Buscema, just amazing artwork. And the writing from Chris Claremont is top-notch, always top-notch. Had the opportunity of meeting Chris Claremont multiple times. Actually had him on the podcast. Really awesome dude. Loves to talk, and I just love to listen to him just talk about his fandom, talk about what he loves, which is the X-Men. He loves it wholeheartedly. So this book is something that I had to pull out of my PC, and I just love the detail. I love the blood on there. I love Wolverine's face. Just everything that's happening in this cover, I love it. So Wolverine issue number 2 from 1988. So I haven't shown any real indie comics, and I figured I'd go and pull this one out. I'm a huge fan of Anthony Bourdain, and I ended up having to go and pick up this entire run. This is Hungry Ghost issue number 3. Now we have this alien creature fighting against this chef, and I just love this book. This is from 2018. I am, like I said, a massive Anthony Bourdain fan. I'm also really into cooking. My dad and I love to cook. We love to watch Anthony Bourdain. So I really picked up this run kind of for him, like an honor for him. And they have amazing stories in here. All the stories of like this haunted chef, this haunted-esque feel to it and theme. And it's just a really good book. So I had to go and pull this one out. This is a really good book. If you get the opportunity, highly recommend checking this thing out. It's only 4 issues, but it's a really great run, really great stories as well. So, all right, this is the second to last book. This one, I love this cover. There's 2 covers. These are both variant covers, but I figured I'd only go and show one. And this one is honor of the late and great Batman, the Batman of my childhood, and I had to pull this one out. This is Batman and Superman World's Finest. This is issue number 1. Mark Waid goodness, Dan Mora goodness, but this cover was done by Chip Zdarsky. It is a 1 in 25 variant, and I absolutely adore this book. I love this cover. I have both Batman slapping Supes and Superman slapping Batman, but this one I had to go and pull out because of the amazing Kevin Conroy, who has passed away. Sadly, he is the voice of Batman. He's been the voice of Batman, not only in my head, but in many kids' heads as well growing up. He helped bring me more into comics, more into Batman as a whole. I just loved what he did and how much he brought out of the character of both Bruce Wayne and also Batman. So in honor of him, I had to go and pull out this variant cover of World's Finest, issue number 1. This is a must-have if you are a Batman or Superman fan, and this is a really good story. So highly recommend picking up if you haven't. And this is definitely a good fighting scene action happening on the cover. Alright, so since I gave Bats some love, I had to go and give Soup some love. With DC Presents, this is Superman vs. Mr. Miracle, issue number 12 from 1979. This is Steve Englehart, who actually did this one, and also penciled by Rich Buckler, I believe it was. And this is just a great cover. You have Mr. Miracle surrounding Superman, and Superman is just punching all of them at the same time. It is so great. I love this cover, and also this is a really good story. It's like winner takes Metropolis. So who's gonna win between Mr. Miracle or Superman to go and take ownership of Metropolis? Great cover, great fighting scene, and I just had to go and pick this one up, and I had to show up this cover. It was just a really good thing, and of course I had to give Soup some love, like I said. So yeah. And those are all the comics that I have that are going to represent the fighting-esque feel of these covers. I hope you enjoyed this video. I try to make it really, really short so that you kind of just see all these cool covers, you get to the point. I definitely recommend going and making a video, checking out the video that both Bearded Comic Bro and also Cole's Comics did, and checking out how you can go and enter into the video contest as well, because it's really cool. I love what these guys are doing. There's also an award thing that they've been nominated for, so highly recommend checking that out later down in the year. I want to say it's December 3rd that we're going to have the award ceremony for that, so definitely be on the lookout for that in the near future. But that is going to do it for this episode, this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please go and hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom. Also go and subscribe to the podcast, because the podcast is booming. I've already hit over 15,000 downloads for the year. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's kind of helped push this podcast going on. If you want to support the podcast, you can also support it on Patreon, where you get exclusive content as well on there. So check that out as well. Well, till next time, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.